table for you if you're thirsty. And I have some handouts. I'll hand out that have to do with my speech as I work through it. And one just for more information about conflict and friendly ways to solve it. All right. So thank you for being here today and presenting about conflict and cohesion, and exploring how they both contribute to creating balance that fosters stronger teams. So imagine you're in a team meeting where everyone is polite and agreeable. Sounds good, right? But no one speaks up when a bad idea is proposed. At first it feels peaceful, but later, when the project fails, you realize silence didn't mean harmony, it meant avoidance. That's the tricky balance between conflict and cohesion. We often see conflict as destructive and cohesion as perfect harmony. But in truth, the two are connected. Today I will inform you how conflict and cohesion interact in group dynamics and how communication shapes both. So conflict and cohesion are opposites. They're interconnected forces that, when managed through good communication, build stronger, more resilient teams. Conflict is a natural part of interaction. But does it feel natural? Social psychologist Martin Desch said conflict is inevitable whenever people depend on one another but hold different interests. And so conflict shows up in different ways. There's task conflicts, disagreements over how work should be done. Relationship conflict, personal tension and clashing personalities. And process conflict, disputes on how tasks are organized or delegated. Even though conflict feels uncomfortable, it isn't always bad. How many people here are comfortable with conflict? So, yeah. A lot of times everyone's kind of in different places, which adds to it, right? Handled well, it can spark creativity, reveal hidden issues, and foster a deeper understanding. So an example of this is Harvard Business Review study found that teams engaging in healthy debate made better decisions than those who avoided disagreement altogether. Makes sense? So while conflict can be tense, it's often the starting point of something better. And that's where cohesion begins. Cohesion is what holds a team together. The sense of belonging, trust, and a shared purpose. It develops through, one, clear shared goals. Everyone knows why the work matters. Mutual trust. Teams rely on one another. And open communication. Differences can be discussed safely. When these exist, teams are stronger and morale is higher. But there's the warning. Too much cohesion without openness can be dangerous. That's called groupthink, when a group values harmony over honesty. An example is the Challenger Space Shuttle disaster. Engineers had concerns about the O-rings, but didn't speak up due to pressure for unity. And that misplaced cohesion had tragic results. So cohesion keeps a group together, but communication decides whether that unity becomes strength or silence, right? Are we going with honesty over harmony, or vice versa? At the heart of both conflict and cohesion is communication. Good communication reframes conflict with me versus you into us versus the problem. Using I statements, active listening, and empathy helps reduce defensiveness and creates trust. There are 5 conflict styles, and that is in your handouts, the top one of this page. Competing, accommodating, avoiding, compromising, and collaborating. So while all have their place, collaboration is usually the best long-term cohesion. Everyone's voice is heard, and solutions are shared. An example is CPP Global. A CPP Global study found that 76% of employees who received communication and conflict training had more productive team relationships. So communication doesn't just solve conflict, it transforms it into the glue that holds the team together. So let's recap. Conflict is inevitable, but can be positive when understood. Number 2, cohesion grows from shared purpose and open dialogue. And 3rd, communication connects the two, turning tension into teamwork. Conflict and cohesion are two sides of the same coin. When guided by intentional communication, they complement each other, building teams that are stronger and more adaptable. So, instead of fearing conflict, see it as the beginning of cohesion, a chance to listen, to grow, and to connect more deeply with those around us. So I also, if anyone's interested in further information, kind of a basic 101 book regarding conflict resolution is the Conflict Resolution Playbook, Practical Communication Skills for Preventing, Managing, and Resolving Conflict by Jeremy Pollack. And if you're looking for information on more high conflict situations, there's a book called High Conflict, Why We Get Trapped and How We Get Out by Amanda. So thank you for being here.